Whew. The worst thing about filming in summer is you can't have a fan like right here. It is so hot, and I just want a fan like in my face. So there's going to be some sweating today, I think. Can you actually turn your life around at 40 or 50? The short answer, absolutely, but in a certain way. You so often don't need to overhaul your whole life or change everything about yourself. Hi, I'm Keisha Dent. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, and today we're talking about a question. Can you actually turn your life around at 40 or 50? Yes, but here's the thing. Stop trying to fix everything and start with the one thing that's really screaming for your attention. So this is why often the last 47 attempts, right, at changing one's life have failed. You try to renovate the entire house when just one room is really the core of the issue. Most midlife transformation advice, right, treats you kind of like a machine that needs this complete overhaul. In fact, I watched one not too long ago, and oh my God, I was so overwhelmed by all the things. Exercise more, eat better, lose weight, meditate daily, save your marriage, change careers. Oh God, I'm sweating. No wonder you're exhausted before you even start. But your soul is already telling you exactly where to focus. Today, I'm walking you through 7 questions that will help you identify your real starting point and create lasting change. So, not scattered self improvement, but actually targeting a place, right, that creates a domino effect through every area of your life. And often, in order to change your overall life, you simply have to target in on one area. So, grab something to write with if you want, and let's get started. First question. What area of your life is demanding your attention so loudly you just can't ignore it anymore? Maybe your career is sucking your life force. Maybe your relationship feels empty despite being fine on paper, right? Maybe you're spiritually starving despite having tried everything. Maybe you look in the mirror and don't recognize the woman staring back. So don't really overthink this. What area, quick, right away, what area keeps you awake at night? What makes your chest tight when you think about the next 20 years? That right there is a very good starting point. Second question, where are you right now in this area? And I need you to be brutally honest. If it's your career, are you dying inside but staying for the paycheck? If it's relationships, are you going through the motions while feeling completely alone? If it's your spiritual life, are you hungry for meaning but finding empty calories like all over the place? Okay. This isn't about judgment, it's about clarity. So you can't really navigate from a place you refuse to acknowledge. And this can be a painful point. So definitely have patience for yourself. Third question, where do you want to be in this area of your life? And don't give me some like surface level goal, right? Like better. Come on. Go deeper, try harder. And if you want a new career, for example, okay, well, what do you really want? What does that mean? Is it because you want to feel value? Is it because you want excitement and you want to feel adventure or learning again? You want to make an impact? Is it because you want to make more money, to use gifts that you have been burying for decades? If you want a better relationship, what is the real desire? To be seen for who you truly are? To reconnect with people who appreciate your depth? Is it intimacy? What would it feel like to wake up excited about your days instead of dreading? Fourth question, what thoughts and fears are getting in the way? And I hear things like this all the time. Like, I'm too old to start over, right? I've invested too much change right now. I should be grateful for what I have. It's too late to make meaningful changes. These are stories. And it's not that these stories don't have some truth to them, but they're still stories. And there's also things that have a lot of untruth, a lot of falsehood to them as well. What stories are you telling yourself about why transformation is impossible, isn't feasible for you right now? What fears are keeping you stuck in a life that's slowly killing your spirit? Write them down, write all of them down. Fifth thing, now challenge those outdated ideas and fears, right? Push back. And for example, I'm too old to start over right now. Says who? Who decided that 40 or 50 is too old to start over right now? I need to be just grateful for what I have. Says who? Who determined that gratitude means accepting emptiness? And I really want you to think about that. Who would have come up with that? Who wrote the rule, that you can't reclaim your life just because you've already lived half of it? These aren't universal truths. These are limiting beliefs. These are controlling ideas that keep you playing small. The women who look back on their lives with the most satisfaction are those who refuse to believe their best years were behind them at midlife. They didn't pack it up, pack it in, and then close the casket, right? And just stay in a casket for the remainder of their life. They didn't think that way. And you are going to choose not to think that way either, if you should so desire. Sixth question, what small steps can you take right now to move closer to what you want? Now, fight the urge to overwhelm yourself with a complete life overhaul, like we talked about earlier, right? No, we're not going to do that. If you want to ramp it up in time, you can. But for now, we're starting small. We're starting manageable. If you want more meaningful work, for example, can you volunteer somewhere that lights you up? If you want deeper relationships, can you have an authentic conversation with someone that you're already in relationship this week? If you want spiritual connection, can you spend 5 minutes in nature without your phone? Just going out, bring your tarot cards, your oracle cards, your crystals, whatever you need, whatever is calling you. And the point here isn't to solve everything immediately. That's not really what life's about. It's to start moving toward alignment instead of away from it. If you live life correctly, as far as I'm concerned, your life never gets done. It should never have a ending where everything gets kind of tied up in a bow. I believe that as long as you have breath, as long as you're living, as long as you're truly engaging with life, we're always in a form of in media res, right? As the saying goes, where you are in the action. You're doing, you're being, there's never going to be a done. And seventh question, what support do you need? Because here's the truth. You don't have to figure this out alone. In fact, trying to do it solo is why a lot of people fail at creating big, meaningful change. This is deep work. It's sacred work. It's challenging work, and it requires the right container. The midlife metamorphosis method is specifically designed for women exactly where you are, feeling the call for something more, but not knowing how to answer it. If something in today's video touched that place in you that knows there more, I want to invite you to go deeper. That area that feels most urgent, it isn't a problem, it's a doorway, right? It's an invitation. And your future self is begging you to be brave now. The second half of your life, when lived intentionally, can contain more power, more purpose, more joy than all the decades before it combined. So drop a comment below if you like and let me know. What area of your life is demanding your attention? Okay, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you're going through, what you need, how I can best serve and support you. And if you're ready to explore what's possible for you in the second half of your life, then please check out the link in the description to learn more about the midlife metamorphosis method. And you can also check it out at newworldhypnosis.com. So remember, it's not too late. It's exactly the right time. Again, my name is Keisha Dent. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, and I want you to recall and remember always that in order to change your life, you must first change yourself. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.